but for this particular clog, it didn't seem to be doing the trick. Hello and welcome to the Prepared and More YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about one of the problems I've found in the last few weeks in my house, a plumbing problem. And nowadays plumbing problems happen all the time. We easily call the plumber, or some of the items we can fix ourselves using things like liquid plumber drain cleaner or something like that. But it's important for us as preppers to be prepared for this type of an emergency, so that after it all hits the fan and when we can't call the plumber or when we can't go to the hardware store to pick up supplies, that we have the things we need to fix our problem. So back to my story. This week my kitchen drain stopped up, and I tried some liquid plumber in there. It didn't work. Determined I needed to clean the drain out, and so I went to my garage and I found this handy dandy item that I had prepped. And it is a plastic drum auger, and literally like a rotor-rooter machine, it can go down into your drain, it spins and it cleans out your drain, and it works perfectly. But it got me to thinking, not everybody has one of these things, and it's actually not only great for your preps for the future after it all hits the fan, but it also saved me a plumber bill. Nowadays you can't get a plumber to come out for less than $100. And so this particular item that cost less than $20 was able to actually fix my problem, and it saved me calling a plumber. So let's talk about not only this item, but some other items that you should probably have around if you're going to be prepared for plumbing emergencies after it all hits the fan. And the good thing is, this stuff will work before it hits the fan too. So first of all, let's talk just a little bit about skills. I encourage you to learn what this stuff is. If you're not already familiar with plumbing and the type of plumbing in your house, learn a little bit about the plumbing in your house. Learn a little bit about some of the skills necessary to do these basic fixes, and it'll help you now and it'll help you in the future. But let's talk about what stuff you might need. So let's go back to that drain clog that I had in my house. And so I had liquid plumber on hand. I thought it would work. It's worked on some other drains and stuff in the past. But for this particular clog, it didn't seem to be doing the trick. And so it really got me to thinking, you know, I probably don't even need this. And really, I don't. If you've got these other items, you don't even need the liquid plumber. So it's going to save you money buying this type of stuff now, if you have some of these particular tools, as well as it's available. All the tools can be used multiple times rather than this type stuff that's a single-use type item, and once you use it, it's gone. So after it all hits the fan, you don't have to be getting more from the store, because there is no store, but you've got tools that'll do the same thing. So 3 different tools that I have. All 3 of these tools together are less than $100, and we'll have links down in the description below. You can order them online, or you can pick them up at your hardware store too. But this is just a 25-foot plastic drum auger. And like I said, you would take off the plumbing P-trap down below your sink. Make sure you have something to catch the water, because there will probably be water in there. Pull that off. You stick this down into your drain, down into the wall or the floor until it hits something. Tighten down the screw so that it's tight, and then literally just spin it. And the end here will capture and break all the clog. You may pull it out. It may allow it to flush on down. But then once you've got that clog done, you can keep pushing it a little bit further to see if there's another clog. Once you've got all the clogs taken care of, then you literally just pull it right back into the unit, and it stores up neatly. There you go. Saved and ready for the next time. So that is the 25-foot plastic drum auger. The other item, that's going to be used in most of your sinks, tubs, and showers. We also have this particular thing, and this is a brand new one. I haven't used this yet, but I have it available in case I do need it. But this would be used for your toilet. So this is the toilet auger, and literally, rather than plunging it, which having a plunger on hand is great too, but plungers don't always work. This particular item literally just fishes down into your toilet. This curved part here helps you get it down in there just perfectly. Once it's down in there, then you spin this. So let's actually pull it apart here, kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. So this is what it is. This goes down into your toilet, and then you pull up. Once it's down in there, then you simply spin the handle, clears your toilet clog. Very great tool. Again, save you the cost of a plumber. It's actually cleaner to use than a toilet plunger. And I love these things. These things are less than 10 bucks. So another great thing to have around. Then probably the most expensive of the three tools that I'm recommending for clearing drains is this flat sewer rod. This goes out 50 feet and is made for your larger diameter pipes. So your 3 and your 4-inch pipes, you would have to access this through one of your clean outs. You should have a sewage line clean out either inside your home. A lot of times outside your home you'll have one too. But this can clean out the larger sewer pipes that collect the sewage from your house and deliver it to the sewage line. So again, this is about $40 at your hardware store. There will be a link online you can buy it. And that is another great tool. So between these three tools, you can clean out just about any clog in the drain that's in your house or on your property. And again, for less than 100 bucks, you can get all three of them and not have to call a plumber ever again for a clogged drain. So save money now and have a prep later on in your life. The other things we want to talk about here that I've got a spreadsheet on the table is just some great things to have on hand for plumbing emergencies. You never know when a pipe's going to break and you need to replace that pipe or cap that pipe. And so here's some basic things you could spend some money on to have available for plumbing emergencies. Again, save you now the cost of a plumber and save you after it all hits the fan when you don't have access to any of that stuff. How I accumulated most of my stuff is, as I did small remodeling projects, I would just buy an extra part. So, you know, a fitting like this little coupler here that probably cost $1. Instead of just buying one for my project, I bought two. Keep the spare one on hand. You know, little caps and different things. Again, and just buy a couple of extra when I'm doing a project and keep them on. I keep my stuff in a tub like this where I just throw my extra parts. But I try to be kind of methodical and make sure I have a variety of parts for the types and sizes of pipes in my home. So that brings up a great question. One of the things you're going to have to know about your house is a little bit about your plumbing. What type of water supply lines do you have? So the fresh water and what type of pipe that is that it's in, and also your sewage, what type of sewage pipe. The two most common and newest types of freshwater pipe is going to be your PEX. So it comes in blue and red and white and different sizes, but it's flexible. This is the newest, latest, greatest thing. And so if your house has this, that's great. But you may also have PVC pipe for your fresh water. You may have copper. You may have what's called CPVC. And so there's different types of piping you may have for your fresh water supply. And you need to buy, what I'm recommending is a variety of fittings and repair things for that type of freshwater supply pipe. On your sewage side, the water going out of your house, you may have old cast iron or those types of things, metal pipe, but many new things is going to be in the PVC pipe. So determine what type of piping you have, both for your freshwater and your sewage, and then collect a variety of things that can repair that. For example, if you're going to go with the PVC, if that's what's in your house, you're going to want to make sure you have primer and glue to fix some of the problems. By the way, this stuff does go bad. It evaporates and will turn hard after a while, so make sure you're keeping a fresh stock of that every couple of years. But if you've got PVC pipe like that, you may want a repair coupling like this for a 3-inch pipe, or same thing for a 2-inch pipe, depending on what size of pipes you have. You may want caps. If I've just got I've got a leak up there, I've got to fix it real fast and just stop it, you may just want to put a cap, use the glue, put a cap on it. That'll stop the problem for right now. Then see what other parts you might have to fix it later. So I have a supply of caps. I have different types of repair couplers. Here's one different type of coupler that could repair. You can also use these types, the flexible couplings that could do repairs. But again, it's important you have them available and you have them in that matches the size of pipe that you have. The other thing we'll talk about is on your freshwater side, the water coming in, you may have PEX, you may have copper pipe, you may have CPVC or PVC, depending on the application. And so you need a variety of fittings that fit that too. What I recommend particularly if you've got copper or PEX or the CPVC, which are the three most common, is these new quick fit quick couplings that are available. And there's a variety of manufacturers. This one's from Watts, this is from JFM, and then the brand name that's most commonly known is the Shark Bite. They're kind of the original inventor of these, but these fittings, like for example this one, will work on CPVC or copper or PVC, either one, or the PEX. And so it'll do all those different types of pipes with just one fitting. There's no gluing, there's no soldering, there's nothing required. You simply just push it on and it connects if you've got it embedded the correct way. So these are super easy. They're a little more expensive. These fittings can cost anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece, depending on exactly the configuration you need. But like I say, they're super easy to use. There's really no special skills, knowledge, or tools required. And it makes plumbing repair super easy. So I certainly recommend these. And again, you would need to purchase the ones that match the size of pipe you have. In most residential settings, you're going to have a lot of 1/2 inch. This is a 1/2 inch fitting. You're going to have a lot of 3/4 inch. This is 3/4 inch, and it reduces down to a 1/2 inch. So find the fitting, maybe a fitting like this. This is a 3/4 inch that fits the size of plumbing that you have in your house. And on the supply line, 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch are your common sizes. So find out what type of plumbing pipes you have, what type of things you may need, and I recommend getting some of these quick replacement parts that you can keep stored so that when you have a plumbing emergency, you have the things you need to fix that plumbing emergency, whether it be a clogged drain or a broken pipe, those types of things. And so here we are again today at the Prepared and More YouTube channel. I hope you found this information valuable. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe, and then we'll see you next time on Prepared and More.